Now, let's talk about Canada. Why not start an Australian show by talking about Canada? Well, why? Because there have been mass protests. Rita, James and I have all been inundated during the last few days with people saying, why aren't the mainstream media in Australia even mentioning what is going on in Canada, where we are seeing huge demonstrations and protests involving, Rita, mass convoys of trucks?
Enormous. I mean, it is just mind-blowing how big this convoy is and how the media has managed to either completely ignore it or misrepresent it, to paint them as some sort of fascist march, or to say that the protest is against road safety concerns, when we know it's about the overreach of COVID restrictions, the mandates, and Canada has gone absolutely insane with their restrictions. It's things that are just illogical, damaging, and they seem to have no appetite for loosening those restrictions.
And, you know, the thing is, in Canada, we think here in Australia that we've gone completely bonkers and are still, not living with COVID. Well, over in Canada, they are still doing huge restrictions, provincial lockdowns. They've got rules about being vaccinated to go from one state across into the next one. But this protest is about much, much more than just simply the vaccine mandates. And it is about the entire way COVID has been handled in Canada. And in fact, I would say really in so many Western countries. There was a piece in the Washington Post which explains exactly how messed up the mainstream media is on this. So I was reading it before we came on. They said this is a toxic demonstration. They used words like toxic about it. They said that the media should refuse to humanize. Humanize the protesters. So they're talking about fascism.
Yeah, well, let's look at the cartoon.
They're saying
James,
they're not
just have a look at this cartoon, James.
Look at this.
This is a cartoon that ran in which they actually literally dehumanised those protesters as fascists and decrying them all as fascists. And this is the problem, Rita, that we constantly see the dehumanisation. We haven't seen this sort of thing since the 1930s.